Hey guys, I just got done watching the Super Mario Brothers movie and now I'm here for my review. My name is Jesse, or Ultra Phantom if you prefer, and I'm about to get into spoiler talk. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch the movie. Please, go watch the movie. Or if you don't want to, you can stay here. Anyways, let's go. So when I saw this movie, I probably had the most best movie theater experience ever. Everybody was in costume. A lot of people were happy and excited. There was a line coming outside the door for the Universal movie theater. And as soon as they let everybody in, it was absolute mayhem to get snacks. But anyway, after we got snacks, everybody was in the theater all happy, seated, watching good trailers, and everyone was cheering and laughing. Probably because this movie is a lot of fun. When this movie starts out, you hear it's basically the teaser trailer, opening scene of the teaser trailer. Bowser comes in, rocks the shit out of all these stupid penguins, and what do you call it? The King Koopa, Bowser, he annihilates, pretty much destroys their entire civilization. Then he punches the shit out of his one-up box, and then he gets the superstar, and he's like, "Who's gonna stop me?" And then after that, probably one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they do the Mario Brothers plumbing service commercial, and that commercial is rated straight out of the 90s, early 2000s, and I thought that was awesome. It played that song, the song from the Super Show. It was perfect. I'd never seen the Super Show, so I know a lot of people did in like the 90s, 80s, and I think that's pretty cool, but I didn't know the theme song. The theme song is pretty funny. Pretty funny. And it has that song, that when I heard that, I was like, you know what? This commercial has a lot of swag to it, and I thought that was pretty sweet. So after seeing that commercial, well, during the commercial, you hear Mario and Luigi doing these stereotypical Italian accents, and I thought that was hilarious. Because you imagine if they sounded like that the entire movie? That would have been fucking stupid, but it would have been hilarious. So
Here we go.
then you even see the OG Mario in that first scene. The OG Mario, that was pretty cool. I'm glad they incorporated him in this movie, and that's really great. So Mario and Luigi think they're like second fiddle mess ups. They're barely getting off the ground. They haven't been at this long, and then they want to save Brooklyn at night from this giant flood. And then they try to, and then they find the green portal pipe, and then that's when they get sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom. But Luigi gets sucked in first, and he ends up in the Dark Lands, and that's where like the hellish side of the Mushroom Kingdom, or the hellish side of that video game land they were in. And then Mario goes in the happy-go-lucky Mushroom Kingdom, and he meets Toad, and he's scared out of his mind at first. He's like, "Oh my God, is the Mushroom Man talking to me?" And he's like, "I have no idea what to do with this thing. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea where I am." And then Toad, like immediately, the most friendliest dude ever, kind of crazy. You remind me of like a little crackhead who was like just wanting to protect people, befriend people, and then just get stuff done. And I thought, you know what, Toad's pretty cool in this movie. So then they just start walking around. The animation, man. Illumination, Nintendo, Universal made something really great. And I think it was a really well-handled and well-made movie. And I couldn't be more happier. Like, the best-looking scene in the entire movie is the Rainbow Road Mario Kart scene. That was just a great scene, bro. So, going with that, like, after that, that's when they meet Princess Peach. I think they should have, like, made a better meeting scene with Princess Peach. Like, as soon as he sees her, they have like this cheesy ass scene where like it's love at first sight, but no, I was like, she's gonna like swing this dude over her shoulder. It's exactly what she does. And then Mario's like, "Princess, you gotta help me find my brother." And then she's like, "Who are you?" And then after that, they get to know each other. She makes like a couple short jokes. She's like, "You're one short motherfucker." And then he's like, "You know what? Make fun of me all you want, but I'm here to save my brother, and I'm not leaving here without your help." And the princess is like, "All right, let's see what you got." So then after that, that's when they have this training course sequence that's ripped right out of the games. Really well made, too, if you ask me. And then just after that, that scene was pretty cool. I did enjoy that scene because it shows everything that you love from the game adapted for the big screen, and then that was really nicely made. And Mario hates mushrooms in this city, in this world. So when I found out, oh, he has to eat mushrooms, he's not gonna like that. That was probably the funniest damn scene in the movie, because he's doing this course so many times that he's like messing up so much because he's never been in this world before, and Princess Peach gets it all done in like one go. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, Mario's not gonna be Mario the way we know him right off the bat. So he's like, there's a bit of a learning curve, and then that was pretty cool how they handled power-ups and abilities, all like stuff like that. Mario has to keep eating this red mushroom over and over again. In one scene, he almost pukes, and I was like, that's just hilarious, bro. I would be doing the same thing, because if I don't like a food, if I have to keep eating it over and over, I'm gonna find the bad taste in it, and I'm gonna just puke. So after that, that's when they go find the Kongs in Donkey Kong Country. That was a great scene, bro. The scene is pretty much like Peach. She just wants to save the world with the help of the Kongs to take on Bowser. There's like the big muscle heads. Didn't expect them to be the people who make the Mario Karts. That was pretty interesting. Also, I like to add that the music in this movie alone was just great, worth it. And they play all the classic themes, all the stuff from the games. Like when they make their Mario Karts, they have like the Mario Kart 8 music when you make your card. That was integrated perfectly. And then at first, Cranky Kong, he's like a douchebag. He doesn't want to like help anybody. He wants to just be left alone, like basically King stuff you've seen a bunch of times. And then he's like, you know what? You got to beat my stupid son. And then that son is Donkey Kong, as much as everybody likes to know already. So Mario's like, you know what? I'll fight him. Let's get to this already. If I win, your ass is coming with me. It's because. And the Cranky Kong is like, yeah, all right, let's go. So that's when the whole Super Smash Brothers type scene is out. And then when Donkey Kong comes out, the DK rap plays. And that was like, they didn't have to put that in there, but they did. They put the DK rap in the Mario movie, and then that was perfectly made. And Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. That dude's like funny as hell. I enjoy seeing him in all these comedies, because I grew up watching these comedies with him in it. Charlie Day in it, all these guys, all these people I've grown up watching when I was young. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. So what? So Donkey Kong's like big showboating, big douchebag. I was like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong's dumb. So I was like, okay, no one he's acting like this. And he's like jiggling himself, and I was like, okay, that's just funny. And even the whole scene when he's beating him up, when Donkey Kong is beating up Mario, because he's like, you know what, I'm going to take this little man down. He's basically like Juggernaut from Deadpool 2. He's like, beat it, midget. And then after that, the power-ups, the way they handled the power-ups was pretty great. I did like how he got the cat suit from Mario 3D World. That was pretty well made too. And he's like, oh, I'm a cat. I basically have the powers of a cat, so I'm going to take that to my full advantage. So then that's how he beats the shit out of Donkey Kong. And Donkey Kong, as soon as he sees, Mario, before even all that, Mario eats the blue mushroom. He thinks he's going to get super jacked up, super powerful. And then as soon as he grows little, it's like, oh yeah, he's going to get little. And as soon as that happens, you hear the stupid ass Seth Rogen laugh. And I just love that laugh. The laugh's just hilarious to me. And as soon as Mario beats Donkey Kong, they get the army. They're like, we're going to need some carts. So they make the carts, and then they go set off the Rainbow Road. They have to get from plan A to plan B. So it wasn't really a race. They just had to get from point A to point B, back to the Mushroom Kingdom from Donkey Kong Country. And then they basically get jumped by a bunch of Koopas. Like, a bunch of Koopas are like, they look like a biker gang or a cart gang. And then they just like, Bowser's like, attack them. Because Bowser pretty much has a hard-on for Peach like he does in the games in this movie. And then as soon as that whole scene was glorious. It was glorious, great animation, nice and colorful, awesome. And then as soon as I saw the Koopa with the blue shell, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna find a way to shove that blue shell up someone's ass and ruin it for everybody. That was just really well made, really well handled. I remember screaming out, oh shit, in the theater when I first saw that. I was like, yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen, and it's going to be crazy and glorious. So as soon as all that is wraps up, Mario and Donkey Kong get like thrown in the ocean, and that's really legit. Where you see the eel, the nightmare fuel eel from Mario 64, you see that in the ocean, and it looks just more as terrifying as it did back then. But I think back then it looked more terrifying because of shitty graphics and all that. And then later they finally get away, and you see the little inkies, and from Mario Kart, like the inklings, things that like shit out ink all over your screen. That was pretty well handled too. And basically this movie's fast as fuck. I think like they could have had a few moments where like they could have like more character building maybe, but like I already know who these characters are, but still like this is the first time these versions of the characters are meeting each other, so more character based moments, that would have been cool. Like make the movie like an hour and 50 minutes. That would have been perfect. But alas, it's not. It was an hour and 35 minutes. And it's fine for what it is. It's just right in the pocket, I'd say. So after that, that's when Bowser finally kidnaps Peach and kidnaps all of the Donkey Kongs. And he's like, you know what? You gotta marry me, Peach. I fucking love you, and I hope you accept me for being a mass murdering psychopath, because that's basically what Bowser is. Bowser's a big dumbass in this movie, too. And then she's like, you know what? I won't marry you, because fuck you. And then after that, that's when Bowser starts torturing the hell out of Toad. Then she's like, you know what? I'll marry you. Just don't hurt my toads. Then Bowser's like, all right, let's get to the wedding planning. Then that's when the huge wedding reception happens. And then Toad brings Peach the bouquet, and I was like, all right, there's going to be something in there, like a Glock or something, but not really a Glock, more like a power-up or something like that, so she can like beat the shit out of all these villains. And then you see the wedding table, and so many, like a wedding gift table, you see so many like Easter eggs and nice gifts. You see the Yoshi egg as like a present for Peach. So I was thinking, even though we saw Yoshi egg in the post-credit scene later, but that was pretty cool too. So I'm pretty sure like her and Peach and Mario could share custody of Yoshi, because I know him and Mario go way back too, even when Mario was a baby. And also baby Mario and baby Luigi, they looked perfect. They looked just ripped right out of the game. Enjoyed that scene too. So after that, you see King Boo and King Babam, or whatever his name is. You see him, and you see a bunch of Goombas, Koopas, all these guys on their wedding reception. But before Peach pulls out a blue flower and like turns into Ice Peach and pretty much beats the shit out of Bowser and beats the shit out of everyone there and like explodes the Babam and everybody. And Mario and DK come back on a rocket booster. That's when another great scene when Mario puts on his Tanuki suit and starts flying all around, and Bowser calls off the bullet bill. I was like, oh shit, Bowser's trying to like Hiroshima the fucking Mushroom Kingdom with a bullet bill. And I thought that was cool, sending him into the real world. I thought that was kind of weird at first, because I was like, why is he going to put it in the real world? Is it gonna, like, if it doesn't explode the Mushroom Kingdom, wouldn't it explode Mario's home? I thought it was kind of stupid, but I was like, you know what, it's gonna be okay, because like they're gonna put it in like a pink void, which they did. They had the bullet bill explode in a pink void, and that was fine. I thought that was kind of weird, but whatever, not that big a deal. So then everyone gets sucked back out of Brooklyn, and that's when Bowser's pissed off. He's like, you know what, I didn't get my woman, I didn't get my ass, I didn't get my Peach, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Mario. And Mario's like, Bowser's beating the piss out of Mario. Then Mario is like, all hope is lost, I can't beat this guy. And then as soon as they see the Mario commercial again, another great moment where he's like, you know what, because in the commercial they say, we're here to save Brooklyn. And then Mario looks at himself, he's like, what's the point of saying it if you're not going to do it? So that's when he gets back up, kicks the door open, and tries to save Brooklyn from Bowser. And that was a great scene, bro, because then Peach like frees herself to kick the star, so like he can power himself out. And I was like, oh shit, they're gonna do that thing in the game where he's all powered up and he's like Superman, that type scene where he has like all the powers in the world and he's like invincible. So like I thought Mario was gonna get fried, because like Bowser does his dragon breath on him, And then Luigi comes in. Luigi's a goat. He's awesome. Luigi just saved his brother, and they both powered up with the star juice, and they went up and they went to go kick some ass. Mario and Luigi, great ass pair. Great when they were out there together fighting, kicking all these Goombas, Koopas, and beating the shit out of Bowser. That's when they did the so long gay Bowser, when they grab him by the tail and he spins around and then he throws him in the air, and then they keep pummeling the shit out of him. And they finally, as soon as the day is saved, they give Bowser the blue mushroom and they shove it down his throat. He's like, you know what? Eat this shit. Fuck you. You're going to jail, or the Mushroom Kingdom jail. So now he's Tiny Bowser in a jar. So now they put him in there, and then all's well with the world. Mario's not a loser anymore. DK is not a loser anymore. Everyone loves each other. Mario's dad is like, I love you, son. Cranky Kong's like, I love you, my dumb son. Then after that, that's when all is right with the world. It seems like Mario and Luigi are going to live in the Mushroom Kingdom now with some of their own modifications, because it's all on building construction, all that stuff. I'm probably just rebuilding it, but still, it's bliss. They went in the green pipe again, so I think they're going to like flip flop between Mushroom Kingdom and the Brooklyn to do their plumber work, and then come back to hang out with Peach when they want to do more adventures. That was a great scene. And the stupid Peach's song comes back when the first post-credit scene, when they do the show Bowser, like Tiny Bowser still like narrating the final battle, but he's still like, oh, I'm so horny for Peach still. All that stuff. So like, even though she beat me and all that, I still love her. And then fucking, I'm like, bro, just shut up already. That's legit what one of the Toads does. Shuts up Bowser, and then Bowser's like, who are you talking to? You're not talking to me. I am Bowser. And after all that, the final post-credits scene, the Yoshi egg. I thought we were going to see like Wario or Waluigi or Rosalina or Daisy or some shit, but now they showed Yoshi, and I was like, you know what? Everyone's going to love that. Everyone loves Yoshi already. I, for one, do as well. And some kid next to me, when I was watching the movie, some kid was next to me, completely lost his shit. He was like, yeah. I was like, damn, kid, chill. And it was like a quiet dude. That's when I saw it the second time yesterday. The first time, everyone was cheering. Yesterday, when I saw it the second time, that kid was like cheering all by himself. I was like, bro, this is just awkward. But I'm so glad they're going to bring Yoshi for the next movie. Nintendo, Illumination, and Universal, please make more of these movies. This movie exactly what it needed to be. It was fun. It was fun, just like the games. Fun and simple, just like the games. And the cast did a great job. I never had a problem with Chris Pratt as Mario. Never had a problem with that. Never had a problem with Charlie Day as Luigi. Never had a problem with Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Never had a problem with Jack Black as Bowser. I love all these actors, these comedians. They're able to come together, make a fun movie, and do exactly what they need to do, and they did it well. I love seeing all these actors. So if you have a problem with these actors, that's just a personal issue. I enjoyed it, and I hope a lot of people enjoyed it too, because I want to see more of these movies in the future. I want a Mario Galaxy movie. I want a Donkey Kong Country movie. I want a Luigi movie. That'd be dope too. See Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion to come out during Halloween time, that would be so perfect, bro. So that's all the things I found. This is basically my review, my take on the Mario movie. Some of the Easter eggs, I just caught them, like the GameCube's sound effect was like Luigi's ringtone. That was the GameCube sound effect. I thought that was pretty cool because I never had a GameCube, but my friend did, and he loved it. Sorry if I'm pausing a lot in this review. This is my first review, after all. This is the birth of my YouTube movie reviewer career. I hope I can go strong. And yes, I'll be doing a bunch more movie reviews because I love me some movies. I'm Ultra Phantom, and it's been real. Go watch the Mario movies. 9 out of 10.